Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year. I've been away for a while because of many different reasons. One of which is we've just had a lot of puppies. So now that they don't need as much attention, I can actually get back into this. And I've got a lot planned, to be honest. There is so much that I need to catch up on. But I mean, one of the first things I wanted to do was one of the original videos I wanted to do last month, which is Dark Knights of Steel. So this is a 12-issue mini-series that is written by Tom Taylor with art by Yasmin Putri. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. This is an Elseworlds book where Jor-El and his wife actually come down to Earth. They actually survive the journey. They don't stay in Krypton and where that's blown up. And they actually become essentially kings and queens because it's set in medieval time. And it's a really interesting Elseworlds book, to be honest. Like I said, this was about a month ago, so I believe the second issue might be out now. But the artwork was absolutely fantastic. It does have that kind of classic look to it. It's very kind of sharp, which I really quite enjoyed. And obviously that front cover is just stunning. It really is. Tom Taylor, known for his Deceased, well, for me personally, known for his Deceased run, which was, yeah, it was okay. I personally collected it just mainly for the horror movie variant covers, but you know, it was a relatively good book. It was kind of like a flash in the pan. Wasn't anything special. I'm hoping this is going to be something slightly better. Because I was a little bit disappointed with that, but so far so good. You've got Jor-El, who is seen as like the sort of the regal king of wherever this takes place. To be honest, it could literally be anywhere in the world. You have his son Kal-El, who he wants to protect from the outside world. They know he's got a vulnerability to magic. Other than that, he is very strong. He wants to go out and protect people. He wants to go out and do the things that the Superman would normally do. But they have a sort of squire in Batman for this kind of thing that's there to protect them. And it brings together all of these elements from the DC universe in a really interesting way. To be honest, I do like a lot of Elseworld stories. I love the fact when you start playing with characters and you completely separate them from canon. I like when they start playing around with characters and what would it be like in a completely different universe if this kind of thing happened, if this kind of thing happened. That's fine. There's some elements to Elseworlds that I'm not a big fan of, but this in particular, I loved the potential of this, you know, set during a sort of medieval time. You know, and you've still got the magic and the powers, and how would regular people react to that? And you do have a certain element of that to it. And for that reason, I am incredibly intrigued, and I cannot wait to get my hand on the second issue and start reading it, because it does end in a way that I'm just like, interesting, if that's the way you want to go. Again, I don't want to give away too many spoilers, to be honest, but like I said, I'm happy for Elseworld stuff to really play around with these characters. If this was more of a sort of canon run, I wouldn't be as happy with the way that they handle things, and especially the way that it ends. But seeing as it is meant to be a completely separated story from everything else, let's have fun with it. Why not? Again, it's this kind of Deceased run where this is completely separate. This is nothing to do with it, and it's seen as a bit of fun, and you know, you can't take yourself too seriously with it. So as much as I really appreciate the idea of it, I'm not going to take it too seriously, and for that I think I'm hoping that it actually pushes it just that little bit further. Yeah, to be honest, like I said, I can't get over how stunning that cover is. It is beautiful, and some of the artwork, I'm going to be honest, I have never heard of Yasmin Putri, but after this I'm going to start following her, because this has some incredible panels in it. It really did. and I am, yeah, like I said, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with this. I mean, there is one thing that I am maybe sort of slightly disappointed in. You've got the DC Black Label print for a reason. You can tell sort of Elseworld stories or some slightly more adult stories. You can go that little bit more extreme. And for something like this, which is set in a medieval time, which is meant to be a very, very brutal part of history, you could have really used that Black Label print for that, to show how incredibly violent things used to be. So for that reason, it's a little bit disappointing to me that they didn't push for that maybe a little bit harder. Maybe we'll get like a writer's or artistic edit when the collection is released as part of the Black Label series, which I believe we've had with I can't even remember the name now. There was definitely at least one that we had a Black Label print post-release, essentially, which I always find interesting to do, but that's besides the point. Like I said, I cannot wait to get hold of the second issue of this and read it, see what it's like. But guys, if you have read Dark Knights of Steel, let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, because it really, really does help me out. And like I said, I am planning on a lot of videos in the coming weeks, because I've got a lot to catch up on. So I'll see you on the next video.